what you learned in school. Never mind what your parents told you, and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle. And when your journey is over and you're safe at home, they promise you'll be stronger, smarter, and just plain better. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now.
Oh.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Oh.
Did you miss your cue?
You did. I'm waiting for you to give me the cue. Give me the finger, and you didn't give me the finger.
Boy.
You were over there reading your social media, the scourge of the country.
That's not true.
No, it is true. You were reading it. And you didn't cue me. And you know I can't do anything until I get a cue from you.
Yeah, I've realized that. So,
my mic is very touchy.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of annoying.
Oh boy, the summer's sad. It's August. What is it? 17th, 2017.
Yeah.
You know, we're in the studios here, 15th floor of the Patriot Towers, in good old Liberty City. What country, Nate?
Well, USA. United States of America.
The good old USA.
Today.
Da 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 da. 'Cause a duck may be somebody's mother.
I'm not in a very good mood.
I guess. You're preoccupied. What's wrong?
Just kind of annoyed, yeah.
At me?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But that's not new. That's every Thursday.
I was going to say.
I just...
Why?
Things,
you know,
things just aren't going smoothly right now. I don't know.
Well, Steve's not here.
Yeah, Steve's not here.
You're doing a lot of it yourself.
But you would think Steve's not here. There's two of us. We would be able to split the duties to make up for what Steve's doing. But that's not true at all.
We do split the duties.
Yeah, we do. 100%, 0% is the split.
Kind of a split.
Yeah, I guess so.
But listen, I'm here.
This is obnoxious.
And I do what I do. And so what's wrong? Are we not being broadcast? Are we not working?
We're not. Say anything you want, Brian. Go ahead.
You seem to be very frustrated.
Yeah.
You're looking at the board and you're making obscene gestures at me. And
only half of that is new.
Yeah, I know.
Usually, I mean, the gestures,
always,
every week. So let's talk about something.
All right. Well, we were going to have our trivia question, our day in history. Of
Are
course.
you trying to get me in a better mood or not? Because that's not doing it at all.
Huh.
What the hell? Okay.
I thought that would work.
No, it didn't work.
Our sympathies go out to Barcelona.
Yeah, that's
Spain.
not going to help my mood either.
No, van drives into people, right? And
yeah, I hate it when
it was Muslims.
like straight white men. What?
And it was Muslims.
Oh, it wasn't straight white men.
No. ISIS claimed responsibility for the attack.
Yeah. Which only means so much.
13 people dead. And
horrible. Absolutely
60
terrible.
or more injured.
Yeah, so, that 13 number it usually goes up.
Yeah, it does.
Terrible.
So
absolutely terrible.
They don't even need bombs anymore or anything. They rent a van. It was a rental van. And you just drive into a crowded area and run over as many people as you can.
Yeah.
They arrested 2 people, but not the driver.
Yeah, well, it's going to be important to get the driver. It's one of those things, and we're going to talk about Charlottesville, of course. And
Charlottesville?
Charlotte. yeah. It's,
Charlottesville.
But somehow the left can take a car running into people and still turn it into a call for gun control.
Yep.
And I didn't put that on here, but we can talk about it a little bit. But they'll take that and say, well, but people could have shot people, so there should be gun control. It's like, you look at how many people injured and 13 dead, and there were no guns involved.
Not a shot was fired.
Yeah.
It's like that idiot that wrote that article for the Atlantic.
That's what I'm referring to. Yeah.
He's saying, "No, openly carried guns isolate or freeze free speech or something like that. Chill, it has a chilling effect." And look there were all these guns at the Charlottesville protest, and the person that died was run over by a car.
But that doesn't matter.
Nobody shot anybody.
That's not important.
Guns could have actually, you could make an argument they actually saved lives because there wasn't as much violence as there might have been because there were people on both sides carrying firearms. But whatever.
Yeah, and there were, and that's the thing, because they talked about, the Nazis were heavily armed. There's plenty of pictures of people from ANTIFA, I don't know how to say it.
I like to say Antifa.
That's what I call them, because that's what I think is right. But, I mean, there's pictures of them. They're carrying guns, too. I think they probably don't know what they're doing, but they're carrying the guns.
They're not paintball guns this time?
And really, the most heavily armed people in Charlottesville were the militias.
Right. More so than the National Guard and the police, according to the governor.
Which the state police said, no way.
No.
We had a helicopter, which crashed. But
and they had armored vehicles that didn't. And the point was that the University of Virginia, or wherever, they have 13 M16s that they got through the military, give them to the local police because we want to build a federal police force or a police state.
Yeah.
They had more guns than the militia did, so that's rhetoric.
Yeah, it's crap. It's absolute rhetoric. But what I'm saying is the militia people that were there were generally there just to make sure there wasn't violence.
Right. That was their stated goal.
They have beliefs because they're humans, but they
weren't supporting one side or the other.
Right.
They're like they're like the armed branch of the people that gave us hugs at the anti-gun, pro-gun, anti-gun rally.
The peace team.
The peace team.
I remember that. I think I've told the story before.
We have.
I was carrying an AK-47 pistol.
Yeah.
And someone came up yelling at me about George Bush. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And the peace team helped me.
Yeah,
it was good. They kind of got in the middle and they were like, "We're here," and I'm like, "I have an AK-47.
Yeah.
This little old lady." She can't take too many bullets from this AK-40. I'm not afraid of her.
The blowback would probably knock her over. So,
yeah, and I wasn't.
We asked
them to shoot her. I didn't want to. But
the
thing at the peace team, I mean, they think they're going to do something,
right? And we asked them. We said, "What would you do?" Well, we would throw ourselves in front of the guns and give you a hug. We would all hug you.
That's what he said.
That's literally what they said.
No, okay, that's
stupid. So that's what these militia guys wanted to do, guys and gals.
Now
they wanted to give you a hug.
I will say there were all the militia there with the mission to make sure there was no violence, and they carried guns to make sure there was no violence. But there was a lot of violence.
Anyways,
so do they call that a failed mission? Or?
Well, but you can make the argument, like I said, is it could have been more, right? Could have been worse.
Could have been.
And monkeys can fly out my butt.
And that's the argument that the moron from the Atlantic made.
What if
it was a car, but any one of those men, especially those white men with those guns, could have killed lots of people.
And of course, half of the Antifa are young white men, ignorant young men, but white men.
Ridiculous. All right, what are we doing? I don't know. Are we talking about North Korea?
We can. I just. I was thinking of this as I was lying in bed trying to go to sleep, that with all the thing happening with the potential war in North Korea and the civil rights protests, that if I had been in a coma in 1951 and I woke up today and I looked at newspaper headlines, I would think that I was still in 1951. Yeah, what the hell? I mean,
the only thing that's different is the cars.
Yeah. No jetpacks yet?
Yeah.
But really, I mean, what's changed?
Yeah, it's
except that Korea now has maybe a nuke, maybe not, and the people are protesting for civil rights when there's really nothing to protest about, because
I don't think that's
civil rights
I disagree
been
with
in
that.
better position than it's ever been in this country, especially black people.
Well, okay, that specifically, sure, but civil rights as a whole, I don't.
Well, it depends on what aspect of civil rights you're looking at. If you're talking about
as a whole, I'm saying
First Amendment and guns, maybe not, but certainly with race.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I
mean, we had a black president, for God's sakes.
Geez, can you imagine if you were from 1951?
Saw that? I would think it's The Onion. This is not real. This is Mad Magazine.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, because that's That's more 50s than the Onion.
Well, that joke was done in Back to the Future, when he says, "Oh, you're really from the future, huh? Well, who's the president of the United States?" He goes, "Ronald Reagan." He goes, "Yeah, I suppose Eddie Murphy or whatever, some other actor is the vice president or something." He didn't believe him because who would think that Ronald Reagan would ever become president?
Right.
But he did.
And here we are, Donald Trump.
Yeah. God.
So what are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, so anyways, so North Korea, they backed down a little bit, I heard.
Well, they haven't bombed Guam yet.
Not yet.
I mean, that's as much as they've backed down because they weren't doing anything.
Right.
Here's the thing, is it was never like the dictator, Kim
Jong-un guy.
Dude, what is his? Kim Jong-un. It was never him saying, we're going to bomb Guam. It was like top military officials saying, we're going to outline a plan and present it to Kim Jong-un that includes bombing Guam. Like it was like some dude that's probably been executed now.
Yeah.
Because Trump hurt Kim Jong-un's feelings or something. It wasn't. I don't think he ever came out and said he was going to attack us. It was like, we're going to talk about this next week.
Just like we have plans to bomb Russia.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. We don't announce it. I mean, Trump, I guess, probably does. He does say things like that, but still, he tweets it for sure. Which, by the way, I have no problem with him tweeting as much as he does. I don't have a problem with that.
Whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It reaches way more people than he would if he just did his weekly, White House videos
which is sad because
it might be sad, but it's reality. And I think that's what's important.
Do you notice something about North Korea and their statues?
They're leaving them all up?
They're leaving them all up. And I was thinking about it, and what you came up with.
No, this was not.
This is what
me.
Nate said. He says, well, the difference is why they're not tearing down the statues is because in Korea, the South won.
They won their Civil War?
Yeah. So
that's horrible.
It's good to be the winners.
It is. It wasn't exactly about states' rights and slavery, though, their Civil War. Well, it kind of was.
Yeah, it was
kind
a
of
big part.
Yeah. Socialism, communism.
There's a lot of other little things that contributed to that war.
Speaking of North Korea,
oh boy.
This is a New York, and I can't remember the name of it was some weird city in New York, but their police department, they put these really cool stickers on their car.
Yeah.
And they apparently are completely clueless to the world.
Well, tell them
certainly to comics.
Yeah.
It's the Punisher logo.
Skull. It's a
with,
skull.
With a flag on it, with the thin blue line in it.
Right. And so they said, well, it's got the thin blue line in it. It supports police.
That might be true. And the flag, fine. I think it's completely unpatriotic and unacceptable to put a blue line on the flag. But that's fine, whatever. They think they're cool patriots for doing that. I hate all those logos. Yeah. Really, any logo that has a flag with something on it, I don't like it.
Right.
But
it violates the flag code.
But it's disrespectful. But
right.
It's a skull too. But it's not just any skull. It's the Punisher logo, right. Who was a vigilante first of all, so not a police officer.
Right.
And he did things like killed crooked cops.
He killed police officers.
It's pretty ironic that they would use it. And it's kind of telling, too. First of all, they don't think about,
the history of this.
The history, the perception.
Right.
Why would you put a skull? It's cool. I like it. But you're the police trying to say how you're friendly and nice and you're part of the community.
And you have this terrifying logo on there.
Yeah.
Of a not nice person. I mean, yeah.
He was
a criminal.
His parents got killed.
I know. He was a criminal.
His family, I mean.
He was a vigilante.
Not his parents. I'm sorry. That was Batman.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Punisher.
Essentially.
So you see this logo a lot on military uniforms.
Sure.
They're not official.
Yeah.
But a lot of the special units and stuff will have a Velcro patch on their uniform or on their weapon or something of the Punisher skull, which might be a little more appropriate. I don't know, but
at least it's like a stated goal that they're trying to kill people.
Right. That's well known with the military.
Where the police, they don't tell you.
They're not supposed to be. First thing we do is shoot.